We all know that eating healthy, exercising, drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, the list goes on and on. These are all vital parts of leading a healthy and long life, but sometimes it's really just not feasible to get everything on this to-do list done. So that's why I've enlisted a little help to get a little boost from an all-natural product called Make Wellness. And I'm so excited to welcome my very, very, very dear friend, Torrie York. She is a Make Wellness affiliate, so I'm going to bring her in right now. Torrie, girl, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for joining me in this Ozarks
Yeah.
First exclusive. So, why don't we just give my viewers here in the Ozarks a brief
Yeah.
synopsis of our history because we go back all the way to like high school.
Yes.
Yeah, we played
Definitely
soccer
high
together.
school.
We went to Mizzou together. We are sorority sisters. We lived together for a semester. You were a
Mhm.
bridesmaid in my wedding. I was a bridesmaid in your wedding. So we have a very, very tight knit relationship and bond. And I'm so happy you have introduced Make Wellness into my life. So let's kick it off with just tell me, what is Make Wellness?
So Make Wellness actually is basically a brand new wellness company, like in the industry in general. So we first launched products in, I think it was November. So I got involved in August. But basically, what Make Wellness is they're really redefining wellness with science-backed supplements. So it's basically kind of utilizing what your body's already creating on a cellular level. So we're utilizing clean bioactive ingredients, but are also we're committed to that transparency. So all of our ingredients are derived from nature. So nothing is synthetic. There's no needles. Everything is clean ingredients, but they're also super transparent on kind of where the ingredients are coming from, where they're producing all their products. They've got like basically a no basically kind of like a dirty list of like what's not in our ingredients and then what is. So they kind of post that everywhere being like, "Hey, like we're not trying to fool you." But basically like their goal is to just support really the US and everybody who wants to get on that healthier and become more energized and just be kind of like more of a vibrant self. So what really Make Wellness is introducing kind of into the wellness field is bioactive peptides.
Mm.
So bioactive precision peptides are basically short chain amino acids that naturally come from plants. So we basically our bodies already have a lot of peptides within them, but kind of what the world and everything that's in our food and makeup, skincare, everything cleaning wise that's in the air kind of disrupts those. And so our bodies are having to adjust and are kind of moving a little bit slower than they were. So
Mm.
peptides are kind of the language of our bodies. So they are responsible for regulating muscle growth, mood, metabolism, recovery. But like I said, our signals right now are drowned out with kind of what we're putting in our bodies, on our bodies, what's kind of around us. So
Mm.
I think this is such a great comparison, or basically, it kind of shows you on kind of our level of millennials of kind of like what it is. So we really think of peptides as like a text message for our bodies. So it's
Okay.
kind of delivering real time instruction. So it's like, okay, we need to build muscle. Okay, now we worked out. We need to recover quick. Hey, we need to, our metabolism needs to start moving. We need to curb our cravings, cognitive function, mood balance, resilience, hydration. So a lot of things that, again, our bodies are supposed to be doing, they're not. So these peptides are coming in and just kind of helping push basically what our bodies are naturally supposed to be doing, just pushing it in the right direction.
Girl, are you a doctor? Like, I did not know you got your
I am.
doctorate. Seriously, you are so knowledgeable. I mean, I see you post this stuff on Instagram, daily, but I actually have bought several products, but I want you to kind of again tell our viewers, what products you offer, and then maybe highlight
Yeah.
some of your favorites.
Absolutely. So right now we've got 6 products on the table. Four of them are technically peptides. Two of them are really assisting the peptides and kind of helping them do their jobs. So the first product that we offer is Fit. So I'm going to show you a little example. So Fit kind of comes in a little sachet packet like this. And it's powder, which is great. So you basically add it to 8 ounces of water, and you can take it in the morning before a workout. You can take it after workout. But basically, what it does is it not only helps regulate your metabolism, but it increases muscle protein synthesis. So when you're in the gym, you're building up that muscle. It's helping you maintain and keep that muscle, but ultimately, like, push your body to be able to lift heavier,
Mm.
and keep kind of going and improving. But it also helps with soreness. It can help with inflammation. So, a lot of us that have been athletic for our whole lives we're in our 30s, 40s now, and we're like, wow, my joints ache a lot.
My
And
back
a lot of that's
hurts.
due, yeah. A lot of that is due to inflammation. So Fit kind of comes in and assists with that. And it also really increases your NAD levels as well in your body. So if you've heard a lot of celebrities talking about NAD and taking NAD, this helps increase that. Um, so this is the product I take every day. It's one of my go-to products that I order on the monthly basis. I have a subscribe and save, so I get that ordered to me every month. The second product that we do have, which also is incredible, is Lean. So Lean is actually a peptide similar to Ozempic. The biggest difference between Lean and Ozempic is that Lean is 100% natural ingredients. So it's not synthetic. So Ozempic is a synthetic peptide. So it is probably working a little bit faster, but it's being injected by a needle and it's not natural. So the couple of us that have been on, semaglutide, trizepatide, Ozempic, if you're scared of needles, like, this will be an option for you. But basically, what it helps with is it actually helps converse body fat into energy. And it's ensuring that you're burning fat while you're still maintaining muscle mass. So I think that was the main thing for me, because personal experience here, I was on semaglutide before my wedding, and it was great. I lost a lot of weight, but I could see that my muscle was kind of going away. And then when I got off of it, I actually gained all of it back. So
Oh,
a lot of that was also from muscle. So it was taking out of my muscle, which I try to not let that happen. So that's kind of the great thing here, is that it's not targeting your muscle, it's really targeting your fat. What it also does is it naturally boosts your metabolism. So it's kind of get your metabolism working again. Because a lot of us, definitely have sometimes that slower metabolism. And then also when it comes to weight loss, what we've kind of found just within the 6, 7, 8, 9 months our products have been out there is that 65% of fat loss has actually come from the trunk area. So your stomach, your hips, love handles, waist, especially for women, that's typically where everything sits. And it's also targeting visceral fat. So visceral fat is that stuff right there that you just can't lose. So that's kind of what it targets. Another great thing is there's no caffeine. So for a lot of people who are sensitive to caffeine, this doesn't have any in it. So that's kind of what's great too. It also includes ingredients like CoQ10. CoQ10 is a really great ingredient for heart health, especially, but also can really aid in metabolism as well. Um, Again, another thing that I've noticed with it as well is that it curbs cravings and kind of gets rid of that food noise. So I was definitely a snacker. I work remotely, so like food's just like right around the corner.
mhm.
So snacking was something that I was struggling with, and kind of within the first weeks, I noticed that that food noise was gone, and kind of those cravings to just being bored and wanting to grab food, or after a meal immediately running to grab that sweet treat to kind of decrease that. With lean specifically, they do recommend that you take it for at least 90 days. For some people, we've seen the transformations. It happens really quickly. They start dropping inches within a month. And some people, it takes a little bit of time because it's working at the cellular level. So a lot of times with a lot of women too, a lot of women have some hormone issues that we got to fix first. So when it's working on the cellular level, it's working behind the scenes. So another thing too is with lean, again, it's fat loss. So when you jump on the scale, if you're not seeing fat loss, so you're like, oh, like I haven't dropped any weight, like this is crazy. but are your clothes fitting looser? Are you measuring yourself? Are you feeling better? Other little things that happen with lean. I think that's what's also going to be great. So if you're kind of looking to lose some weight, create, get rid of the cravings, curb that food noise, this is another product for you. And it also is in pill form. So again, it's not a shot. So you just take two of these every day. I split mine up, so I do one in the morning and then one at like 2:33. But you can do two in the morning if you would want.
Mm.
Um, our next one, and I know this is the one you love, Maddie,
Ooh.
is energized.
Okay, I'm gonna just pop on right here.
You're like,
Boom.
excuse me, I got my energized.
This, let me just say this before you get into the details. This has literally saved my heart and saved my life because every day I was doing 5-hour energies. It's not good for my heart. I went to the doctor because my heartbeat was irregular. So I switched over to Energized. I'm also on the Subscribe and Save program. It is so tasty. I do one in the morning because I get up, at 3:30. So by 5 o'clock when I'm out the door, this has been a lifesaver, Torrie. So that's all I'll say about that. I'm gonna let you take it back over.
No, I love that. And that was kind of my goal in getting into this, was helping my friends and family that, maybe were, tired, stressed, wanted, to lose a little weight. Like that was my goal, is just like, hey, how can I help you? Because I'm like, I'm using these products, they're working for me. So if any way I could help friends or family, like that's my goal with all of this. But Energized is one that I use as well. Energized is a fatigue fighting peptide. So it helps your energy levels, but it's also a sustained release, which I think is amazing. So it actually uses coffee fruit extract. And so that's the ingredient that kind of helps it be a slow release effect. So it's not going to be like a quick, okay, I've got energy for an hour and then I crash real hard and then I'm going to need another one. So there's no crash, there's no sugar, and there's no artificial flavors. So, like a lot of the energy products we're seeing kind of out, they say no sugar, but if you look in the ingredients, it's like natural flavors.
Mm.
That's also a no for me. I've been kind of a ingredient snob lately. So everything has natural flavors, but ours does not. So the blue color that is coming from Energize is actually blue spirulina. So it's an all natural kind of like food coloring. So that's kind of how it gets that food or that blue color. The flavor is also blue raspberry, so it's a really, really great flavor. If you mix it with hydrate, it also has an amazing flavor to it as well. But what also that Energize does is that it fuels your ATP production. So your ATP is actually your body's main source of energy. So it's consistently fueling that. So you're not waking up and having to chug 6 cups of coffee or take a 5-hour energy or drink a monster. This is something you can take in the morning and it's going to last you all day. And especially at those like 2 p.m. crashes. I used to be a 2 p.m. crasher. I could be like, oh my gosh, I could really use a nap. And that was something I learned that was not okay. You should not be crashing at 2 p.m. So I've taken it at 2 p.m., but I've also taken it before a workout, kind of used it as a pre-workout for myself. But I love the slow release. I hated the feeling after drinking an energy drink of just crashing and being like, oh, no, I got to drink another one. So that one's really great. I ran out of that one, but similar to Fit, it is in a little like packet like this. It's blue. And you just pour it into like water and you shake it up and you drink it. So it's all of our products are super simple to take, which I think is amazing. There's nothing really extra about it. So that was Energized. Again, really, really great. I know this is another one Maddie's used recently as well as Focused. So this is another peptide. So this is technically the last peptide in our product line. But what Focus does is it helps actually drive more oxygen and blood flow to your brain. What it also does is helps with blue light damage. So with a lot of us that work, a lot of it is being on the computer, on our phones consistently, blue light, blue light, blue light. You can wear blue light glasses, but that's not going to help all the way. So what our product does is it helps with blue light damage. It assists, especially if you struggle with focusing, feeling tired, overwhelmed, brain fog, brain fatigue, your eyes are feeling strained. I've taken this before, right before like a project. So if I like needed to just sit down, hone in on something and focus, like that is where I've taken it, and I knocked a project out within like an hour. Like I was zoned in. Like it was crazy the first time I'd taken it. I've had a friend take it, and he was on ADHD medicine, and that was something that he was like, I kind of wanted to get off and try something, and he really loved that. We've seen great results from other students that use this to really help focus in. For me, it's focusing working remotely. I get distracted by laundry, my dogs, my kitchen being dirty. And if I need to hone in and really get something done for work, like I'll take a focused,
Mhm.
which is really nice. So it's definitely meant for those that just kind of want to really get a project done, get something, completed, especially if it's on, a deadline. Also like lean, it's in a pill form. So you just take one of these right before you're about to go into like a project. Um, I wouldn't, this is one I will say I don't take every day just because I don't need it every day. But if I like if I know I need to like lock in, that's when I'll take it.
Yeah, and as Tori said, it's one that I also use. Very much like you said, Tuesdays are my very busy days. They're very long days, like 12-hour days. There's a lot of writing and editing involved. So I will take one of these midday, like midway through the day. And my goodness gracious, if I am like this looking at you, it's because I'm focused and I'm just like ready to tackle the task at hand. Seriously. I was just gonna say another thing that I had mentioned earlier was like getting enough water, staying hydrated. It is so incredibly hard, I think, for
Yeah.
anyone to stay hydrated unless you've got like 2 gallons of water that you're drinking every
Yeah.
day. It is impossible. And that's another product that you have that you take every single day.
Yes. Yes. So I take Hydrate. Hydrate is one of the products that's not technically peptides. So this is a product that assists our peptides. So Hydrate, it's basically in the name. So it's hydration. So it's produced, but it's improving your hydration on a cellular level. So it's got essential electrolytes that include sodium, potassium, magnesium. So it's regulating the fluid balance, replenishing the minerals in your body. It helps with mood support. It's sugar free. There's no artificial flavors. It can help combat headaches, fatigue, cravings. I've noticed my skin is a lot better
Mm.
by taking this every day. What they compare Hydrate to is basically like drinking 7 glasses of water in one sitting. So it's a part of my daily routine, and this is what it looks like. It is a grapefruit flavor. Now we do also have a tropical flavor, but
Oh.
they release that kind of like every now and then, and it sells out every time. I haven't gotten to try it, but apparently it's incredible, and I think they were looking to make it permanent at the end of the year. So I'm gonna definitely be ordering some. But my combo in the morning is fit, hydrate, lean, and then I mix my hydrate and my fit together. So it kind of tastes like a Starburst. So I call it my sunshine in a cup every morning because it's
Oh.
just delicious. But that is one of my favorites. I've tried a lot of electrolyte products out there, and this is definitely my favorite by far.
Yeah. Tori, I'm curious. Is Make Wellness, is it for both men and women?
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, absolutely. It's meant for pretty much everybody. So I know some of our affiliates, like their kids are on it. Like if they're in college, if they're in sports, definitely made for men and women. The results we've seen from kind of all the products are kind of insane. For men who want to get a little bit more fit, they want to build that muscle mass and, work a little harder in the gym. That's going to work for them. We've had some on lean that, their waist has been cut and it goes really quickly. So these products are meant for pretty much everyone. Obviously, my biggest suggestion is I am not a doctor, I'm not an MD, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a practitioner. I work in mental health, but I am not I am not one that prescribes anything. So with any of our products, always talk to your physician, whether it's a holistic physician, functional wellness doctor. Speak to your physicians if you're kind of concerned. I can send you as much info, but if you want to consult the doctor, I would definitely do so before taking any of our products as well.
Yeah. And with reaching out to you, where can our reviewers go to get more
Yeah.
information about Make Wellness products and also maybe directly reach out to you and, maybe strike up a conversation?
Absolutely. So we have our websites, literally makewellness.com, but I have my own personal Instagram page that I utilize. It's public. So if you search make wellness underscore your way, that is my handle on Instagram, where I post, updates about the products, just more information about products in general, and just kind of different ways that I'm utilizing them in my wellness journey. And then
Mhm.
just kind of other things that I've switched and changed to kind of help me along my wellness journey as well. So I'm just like everybody else. I am struggling with a lot of things, and Make Wellness has helped. And so I just, wanted to share that and really help people on their wellness journey.
I love it. And I love you, Torrie. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
your time today. You are so
absolutely.
insanely knowledgeable. And I'm telling you, you guys, if you want to try one product and you're low on energy, energized is
Yes.
where it's at. I am the Energizer Bunny and then some on this thing, and I get a lot done. So, with that, Torrie, again, love you so much. Thank you so much for your time. And
Yeah.
you guys, check out Make Wellness. It will definitely make a difference in your life.